Hello Capricorn, welcome. It's time for your January general reading. This is for all Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the month of January 2020. This is a general reading, so take what works, leave what doesn't. The messages are for whoever needs to hear them at this time, or for whoever wants to be heard. So we ask that the messages be for the greatest and highest good for all of our Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this month of January 2020. What messages, dear universe, do you have for our Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this 2020? One more shuffle. And let's go. Okay. Wow, you're just so disjointed this month. I will tell you, Capricorn, that this is the third time that I've done your reading, and the King of Pentacles reverse has come out every single time in the reading. So, Capricorn, you're coming out a little unstable, a little unsteady, a little unsure. This could be a little bit some discontent going on in work where you're not feeling like you're being treated fair. You might be dealing with someone who could be an air sign, is very demanding and isn't, like, again, I get the feeling you don't feel like you're being treated fairly at work. Somebody is like holding all the cards. They're very tight-fisted. And you're just trying to go along, but at the same time, you're not feeling really good about what's happening. Now, if this is a relationship between, and I picked this up on my last reading for you, it's two men, and it could be anybody, but it's two very, very strong energies. Between the two of you, you guys are just not connecting on the same page, and I think your differences are starting to really come out between the two of you. Some of you may be involved in like a biracial type of relationship, and this is where some of these differences are starting to come out, but it's very unfortunate. And I think you're starting to really see that these differences really do affect how you are being treated among everybody as well. And I think some of you feel a little bit trapped by this situation, because you see, that this is how your life is going to be and your place among this new family, I want to say. And, this is one of those things. It's like you're trapped and you don't know how to make this balance out for you. It's like you want everything to be really great, but you're not feeling it. And it's like you feel like you made a mistake with this person. Wow. Yeah, the two of you, I think you fight a lot. I think you butt heads a lot. I think there's a lot of passive aggressiveness. I think you guys pretend to make things work when they really aren't really working. There's a lot of loose ends between the two of you. So somebody wants their freedom. Somebody wants to be on their own again, independent. I think some are also remembering a time when things were a lot simpler. Wow. So you keep going. I think a lot of you just keep going. It's like you want to say something, but you don't know how to say it. Because whatever you have to say, I think won't be taken the way you intended. So you have to be very careful with your words and how you phrase words, because you're so confused as to what to do. I mean, mentally, you feel like you're really stuck. You see what's going on between you and your person and the differences between your cultures and your lives and your upbringing. I mean, this could be a situation where you come from money and your person does not, or vice versa, or, you come from two different religions, but these differences now are causing you a lot of confusion. And you're still willing to make things work, and you're still willing to work on it. But now you're starting to feel like this is, there could be trouble in the future. You know, because you're not sure whether or not you can handle the differences. You might be better off on your own. Ooh. All right, what else do we have for our Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Yeah, so out comes this King of Cups reversed. So emotions, I think you're being very detached. Emotionally, you're just very closed. This might be a relationship that involves work. A work relationship where, you know, another person comes into the picture. Wow, now you have 3 people involved. Because there could have been somebody who saw how unhappy you are, and they step in and try to offer you some comfort, some, you know, some advice. But I get the feeling that their intentions are not all what they should be. So be aware of somebody who tries to approach you to help fix things that maybe they see you're unhappy in this relationship. But yeah, there's a third person shows up. This King of Cups. I just don't like this King of Cups reverse, because I feel like this is somebody who's just very sloppy, drunk, ugly, you know, that kind of relationship that, I don't know, that energy that, it's just an ugly bar type of drunk energy. Anyway, what does come out, though, is the Knight of Wands with the 9 of Swords reversed. So I do think some of you do reach out for your own freedom. You know, because you don't want to be so committed to this relationship, especially if you find that it's going to end up being very difficult. You'd rather get out now before it gets to the point where you can't get out. So, yeah, you don't want to spend a life being unhappy with somebody. I think you'd rather be free. So right now you're holding everything close to your heart. You're not willing to open up to everything, because I think you see that there's an ending coming between you and this person. But for right now, I think you're willing to just go along. Okay, and I think you're going to wait until there's an open door. You know, you're looking for a way out of this relationship. So it will come. It will come, because I do see you being single and on your own. And then when you finally have that and you're out of this, and you finally do close this door, and I don't see that happening in January. That could come in February, but not in January. Then you'll be free to move on, and you'll feel good about it. All right, so let's get another deck and see if there's any words of advice. So I think you know that you've run out of options on how to handle this situation. You know, so that's probably one of the reasons why you're just sitting just holding your cards close. Because this can bring a lot of instability. And if life is already difficult and hard, you don't want to bring anything into your environment that's going to make your life even more challenging. So I think you're opting to just kind of lay low. Lay low. And again, we have this Wheel of Fortune reversed, you know, and then the Knight of Wands. So I do think that it's just a matter of time before this all comes to an end between you and this person. And then everybody will feel good. Everybody will start to feel much, much better, you know, and everybody can move on. This King of Wands, that's a very powerful energy to end with. So I think for you, Capricorn, you come out as the King of Wands. Interesting, there's so many men in this reading. So this could be a work scenario that I'm talking about. This could be a relationship. But whatever it is, the differences between all of you is what ultimately needs to be looked at and addressed. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Capricorn. I hope this resonated. If it did, terrific. And if it didn't, that's okay. Tune in next week. I'll be doing Love in the Full Moon. Lots more readings to come. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. And I'll see you at the next reading. Until then, blessed be. Bye now.